Chef Kate here, and I'm excited to share with you guys the ultimate onion ring. Now, we all love onion rings, but what if you take that onion ring and you level it up and you keep leveling it up? Well, that's what I'm gonna give you today, this bacon bangle. To make these bacon bangles, you're gonna start with the biggest onion that you possibly can find because that size of onion is gonna help you make these extra great. The first step, of course, is how to pick your onion. And like I said, we're looking for a large onion. You're gonna take that onion and the very center of it is gonna be the largest diameter. So we're gonna cut a nice thick ring right in the center, and it's gonna be about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch thick. Now you've got a thick slice of onion. You can take the rest of that onion and go another section over. You're gonna use that tunnel grip with your knife to make that feel secure and cut another ring. Now we've got 3 rings to work with. This side is a little thinner, so we're not gonna deal with that. The next step that you're gonna wanna do is take a large ring and take one that's about 1/2 inch smaller in diameter size and put it in the center of it. So you can see here there's a gap between the 2 rings of onions. The trick to make a successful bacon bangle is to ensure that you have enough of space to shove as much sausage as possible, but yet be able to wrap the bacon, which we're gonna do that step now. You're gonna take that breakfast sausage and it's gonna get shoved in between those layers of onions. And you might think, man, that is a lot of work. But guess what? We're creating an experience and something fun. Or put it on a burger, that would make it over the top. I like to call these a labor of love. So I have made these plenty, and I have twin little girls. And when they were really little, I had made a whole bunch of them, and there was a pile of them. And they walked up to them, and they grabbed one, and they slid it on their wrist, and they walked around like they were little bangles. And that's where I named them bacon bangles, because it was just the cutest, tastiest thing you've ever seen. The first step of our bacon bangles is complete, where that sausage is stuffed between those 2 layers of onions. And now we're going to wrap it in bacon. So the best bacon to use for a bacon bangle is thin bacon. Thick bacon is going to be way too hard to wrap around it, so thinner bacon is what I like to use. This has a funny little tail on the end of this bacon, and it's not going to help us with this process, so I'm simply going to trim it off. It's not going to get wasted. Trust me. In my house, bacon gets used plenty. Like I said, thin bacon is your best friend with wrapping these bacon bangles. You're gonna take that bacon and simply wrap it around the perimeter of your bacon bangle. Try not to twist the bacon too much, because then it's gonna have thicker spots of the bacon and thinner spots of the bacon, and it won't cook as evenly. So try to keep it as uniform as possible. Now be generous with your bacon on this part. We do not want any of that onion showing. We just want it to be covered in that bacon. It's gonna take about 3 to 4 slices. It's really gonna depend on the diameter of your onion. And it's a lot easier the larger the onion, because that hole in the center is a lot bigger. As you use the smaller pieces of the onion, you're gonna have to really shove that bacon through that spot. And that's okay too. But it's looking lovely. So there, look how cool this is. That's the donut that I'm going into the donut store for, is this bad boy. But, call them bacon bangles, because it's funner. And then you're just gonna repeat the process until all of those onion rings are covered with that bacon. Once they're all wrapped up, we're gonna put that on that foil-lined sheet and pop these in a 350-degree oven for about 30 to 40 minutes. We want that bacon to be crisped up. Now these bacon bangles can stand on their own, but with this sauce, it's even better. This is my maple cracked pepper aioli, and you're gonna start by putting 1 cup of mayo into a dish, add to that 1/4 cup of maple syrup, and then I love cracked pepper, so I'm doing about a tablespoon, and this is freshly cracked black pepper. And you're gonna mix that until it's all incorporated, and there is some delicious aioli sauce. The first time I made this, I had a maple bourbon syrup, and that little addition of that bourbon was so delicious. So really, the maple syrup that you choose, if you have a unique flavored one, it just will add to the dish. Now I've made a huge messy sauce, but our bacon bangles need to come out of the oven. They're crisp and they're perfect, but they're really hot, so let them cool for just a few minutes, stack them up on a plate, and then dunk them in that sauce and enjoy. Now, if you've tried out this recipe, make sure you leave us a review. We love to hear from you. We'll see you later.